Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story today at noon. A Sarasota man is in jail on charges of child pornography possession. Sheriff's detectives were given a flash drive on Monday that led them to finding its owner, 48-year-old Charles Parsons. Investigators say the drive contained more than 2,000 images and 40 videos of child porn. The investigation is ongoing and more charges are possible. New details today on a Northport shooting that happened last night in a neighborhood near South Biscayne Drive. Police say it was an isolated incident. No one in the neighborhood was in any danger. One man was taken to a trauma center with a gunshot wound. There's no word yet on his condition. And the Northport Police Department has been awarded the highest level of achievement possible. The Commission for Florida Law Enforcement Accreditation evaluated Northport PD's policies, procedures, and methods. The agency is now one of only a few with Excelsior status in the state. Bayfront Health in Port Charlotte is the first hospital in this region to offer knee replacement surgery using a robot arm. Hospital officials say the option gives surgeons better accuracy. The treatment is used to relieve the pain caused by osteoarthritis and other joint-related issues. Well, this is a big day at Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota, where volunteers are receiving hundreds of pounds of food. This is the collection point for the 30th annual Mayor's Feed the Hungry program. ABC 7's Ray Collins is live at Ed Smith Stadium with more details today. Ray?
Scott, a beehive of activity here at Ed Smith Stadium. Let me step out of frame right now and show you all the activity going on behind me. This is the 30th annual. Every year, the Mayor's Feed the Hungry program holds a Thanksgiving food drive, which culminates the Friday before Thanksgiving. This year, over 400 schools, companies, organizations, all over Sarasota and Manatee counties collected food the past 10 days or so. Now, this food is picked up and taken here to Ed Smith Stadium. This is the big day, and now here is the chairman of the Mayor's Feed the Hungry program, Mr. Joel Swallow.
Through Sarasota and Bradenton, or Manatee County, we're the only agency that covers both counties. And can you imagine 9 mayors and 2 commission chairs agreeing on something? They sign a letter and want to support and endorse Mayor's Feed the Hungry to help feed the hungry people in our community. And people don't understand that there's a lot of those, so this helps.
How does all this make you feel inside?
Oh, it's terrific. It's one way we give back to the community, and it's just really a blessing. It feels really good.
So here we are back live now at Ed Smith Stadium. All this food we've given to 25 different nonprofits around the Suncoast. An amazing orchestration, 7 different mayors and 2 different county commission chairmen. It's a big day, a beautiful day here in the Suncoast. Live at Ed Smith Stadium, I'm Ray Collins. Scott, back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Ray. What an effort going on there. And Toys for Tots is already underway for the holiday season. A donation box has now been set up at the Longboat Key Police Department, and it will remain there until Christmas. Donations will be sent out across Sarasota and Manatee counties. All kinds of donations will be accepted, including toys, clothing, as well as books. Let's get a check on our weather outside now. Meteorologist John Scalzi joined us. You could see from that live shot with Ray that it's just gorgeous out there.
A lot of blue sky out there.
Man.
I tell you, I love the month of November.
Yeah,
It's good. It can go south, too, in November, you know. And there may be a period of time in the upcoming 7 days ahead when we have some, weather that maybe some of our visitors would rather not see.
Right.
But for the most part, I think we're looking at more good days than bad days. So all in all, the beat goes on. Certainly today and tomorrow are going to be exquisite, exceptional, just as good as you could ask for. The Van Wezel webcam put into motion shows those deep blue skies that Scott was just talking about. Few fair weather clouds, but there's not many of them, and they don't last long, and they certainly aren't going to bring us any rainfall today. We stay on the dry side, as we normally would be in November, and satellite view shows there's just not a whole lot of large-scale systems anywhere across the southern half of the state of Florida. Titan radar also shows dry conditions. Unlike the last few days, the East Coast is getting a little bit of a break, more of a northerly wind than a northeasterly wind, and it lacks that trough that they've had. So, good news for them as well as for us, where daytime high temperatures will be up near the, pretty close, I would think, to the 80-degree mark today, with lots of sunshine, low relative humidity. Absolutely beautiful afternoon in store. Now, over the weekend, things will eventually change, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. Now to a devastating fire at a senior living community in Westchester, Pennsylvania. At least 20 people were hurt, and the cause of the fire is still unknown today. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
We all simply hope that everyone is safe.
Today, this community outside Philadelphia is waiting to find out just how devastated last night's 5-alarm blaze left their senior living community.
PD is now advising the entire building is on fire in the rear.
The first call for help came in just before 11 p.m. Employees scrambled to evacuate their elderly residents, wheeling blanket-wrapped patients to safety.
It's scary. I mean, there's a lot of people that really need help, and they're all out in the street, and they need to be kept warm.
The fire quickly escalated to a 5-alarm, with thick smoke flooding the sky and the roof collapsing.
And the first arriving units encountered very heavy fire conditions.
Emergency responders from surrounding areas rushed to the scene.
Up and down Franklin Street, this was packed full of probably several hundred yards of ambulances waiting on call.
Using cranes to battle the inferno from above, pulling in hoses to attack it from the ground.
Crews, along with the police department and fire department, entered this building, made numerous rescues, and helped with evacuation.
Families were in a panic trying to find their loved ones, but most have been reunited this afternoon. As of this morning, the scene remains an active fire as authorities work to put out hot spots. Right now, the cause of this blaze remains unknown. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
All right, ABC 7 business commentator Jeff Stern joins us now with a check of the day on Wall Street so far. And Jeff, we know Wednesday was not a very good day on Wall Street, but the markets have been trying to recover since then.
Scott, they've been trying. Yesterday was a good push for that. The Dow for the week, 0.15 positive. NASDAQ's actually over 0.5% for the week. S&P just barely, about 0.13, for the week. Walmart as well as Cisco, phenomenal numbers yesterday. Earnings came out. 2018 expectations were strong. Today, Foot Locker's actually up 28%. That's in one day. 10-year Treasury still trading around 2.13%. So I woke up this morning and the futures were actually mixed. NASDAQ positive, but the Dow and the S&P negative. So let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 81 points, 23,377. That's over 0.25%, while NASDAQ actually is negative as well, down 4 points, 6,789, down 0.06%. S&P for the third straight index down 4.22, 2,581, 0.25% in the negative.
Well, Jeff, Tesla's Elon Musk keeps coming out with some new ideas, and his latest is something pretty cool, I think.
That's right, Scott. 2 new ideas are coming out. You mentioned it earlier to me, off air, 0 to 60, 1.9 seconds for the Roadster. 250 miles per hour, the top speed, with a range of 620 miles. You'll have to put down $50,000 for a deposit. It's going to cost you about $200,000, all said and done. But the big news is that semi-truck you're seeing, 0 to 60 seconds. Get this, in 5 seconds without a full or with an empty trailer. 20 seconds they expect with a full trailer. It's going to have a range of 500 miles. That's with a full load. Pretty cool. The driver is going to actually sit in the middle with 2 computers, as you see, side by side, helping him. It's also going to be equipped with their enhanced version of the semi-autonomous driving system. They call that autopilot. This is going to be called the Tesla Semi. Pretty creative name there. $5,000. You'll have to put down a deposit. Hopefully they're expecting around 2019 to come out with it. Could definitely be a changer in the industry. So far, Tesla this year is up about 50%, around $320 a share, Scott. I don't know if you want the big semi or the Roadster, but either one are going to be pretty cool, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that Roadster sounds pretty hot, that's for sure. All right, Jeff, thanks for the update.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Still to come in your Suncoast News, most college students are afraid of gaining weight their freshman year, but doctors are saying there is a remedy for that myth. And the Venice Fishing Pier will not ban shark fishing after all. What the board changed the decision when we come back.
Brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, Visit nbcf.org/hope.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
It's time to take a road trip.
If you love the beach, Alabama's Gulf Coast has 32 miles of sugar white sand and turquoise water. Looking for a room with a view? We have them. Beachside and bayside. There's incredible history. Whoa! And the seafood is fresh from the Gulf. Another round of shrimp for my friends. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Nobody beats Subaru in service quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback, for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at 76 degrees, we have a dew point value coming in at 55. Plenty of sunshine out there. It's a nice day with a northeast wind coming in at about 6. It's going to be beautiful all afternoon. Now, we'll top it out today probably around the 80-degree mark, pretty much where we would be at this time of year. Not seeing much in the way of any kind of weather issue today or tomorrow or even for some of Sunday, but then things are going to change a little bit on Sunday. I think the temperatures that you see here for a noontime temperature are going to be pretty representative of what you'll see tomorrow as well. 74 degrees, Wauchula, 75, Arcadia, 74, Myakka, Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton Parish at 73, 74 in Venice, Inglewood, 73, Longboat Key, and 75 in Northport. So across the area today, temperatures at this point are running a little bit above where they were yesterday. And the reason for that is yesterday there was more moisture in the air. Today there's not so much moisture. It's kind of counterintuitive, but dry air heats up faster than cold air. And we certainly have some drier air around today. So that's why we're running a little bit warmer now that the sun is up. Before the sun came up this morning, under the clear skies, because we didn't have the cloud cover and we had the drier air at the surface, which is a more effective heat loser for the atmosphere, if you will. No cloud cover and dry air at the surface. Our temperatures were running a little below where they were 24 hours ago by a couple of degrees. So coolest start to the day, but you know, we're on our way to a temperature that'll be about where we were yesterday, or maybe even a degree warmer. Low pressure area and frontal boundary back to the west is a weather maker for us over the weekend. That'll come here by Sunday, bringing us a chance of showers as it develops a line of showers. And then the frontal boundary that you saw back behind that in the Pacific Northwest will be visiting us around Thanksgiving time. So this line of showers will approach the area, and I think what we'll see is that the line will kind of fall apart a little bit by the time it makes it here, probably around midday on Sunday, maybe in the afternoon on Sunday. And then once it passes on through, things will clear out, the front will move through, and we'll have a nice couple of days thereafter. So today, mostly sunny skies. That'll be true into the weekend, into Saturday, and then low humidity, drier today, and tomorrow as well will be very nice, and then a chance for those showers coming our way on Sunday. But as I mentioned, that line will be kind of falling apart a little bit, so it's not going to be a big, strong line of intense storms moving through here. It's going to be more of a scattered rain shower chance for a brief period of time, a brief window in the afternoon, and then everything goes away. Titan radar right now, clean as a whistle across the entire state. We don't have to worry much there. If you're traveling, the airport hubs of the deep south are fine. The northeast looks good. Most of the plain states looks fine. There is some shower and some snowfall to the north, but you know, Minneapolis, St. Paul may get a little dusting of some snow showers and maybe a little icing, but that's about it. Otherwise, scattered rain showers and some snow at higher elevations back to the west. Watch the Futurecast. We'll put it into motion. You'll see this line of showers begin to develop. Some of them could be pretty strong in parts of the deep south, but then everything kind of sinks south, kind of falls apart. Most of the energy lifts to the northeast, and we are left with just a kind of scattered shower activity sinking southward through the area and then clearing out. Northeast wind 5 to 10, nice day for boating, moderate chop, but then check out what happens as we head into the Thanksgiving time frame. That frontal boundary, and I got to tell you, there's still a lot of uncertainty in this forecast for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That frontal boundary will bring us a chance of rainfall each day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But there's a low pressure area that's going to develop on that out in the Atlantic that could bring us more or less rainfall Wednesday and Thursday. So we're kind of still fine-tuning that forecast a little bit, Scott.
Okay, thank you, John. Many new college students have a lot on their plates, and often one of their biggest concerns is whether what's on their plate will lead to 15 pounds of weight gain. Late night eating, social eating, snacking, lack of sleep, skipping breakfast can all lead to weight gain. Often the biggest contributor to overeating is stress. But doctors say the freshman 15 is really just a myth.
Research indicates that women on average tend to gain 3.1 pounds and men 3.5. Only 10% tend to gain over 15 pounds during the freshman year. So this is good news for students.
Dr. Elbers also says that just using the term freshman 15 can create a self-fulfilling prophecy. If students think it's normal to gain 15 pounds during their first year of college, well, they start to head in that direction. She says instead of focusing on weight, it's better to teach our college students how to eat healthy. Another school taking action against its Greek system, a spokesperson for Ohio State University has confirmed that all fraternities on campus have been suspended effective immediately. University officials say this is a cool-off period for the fraternities. The decision comes after reports that 11 fraternities have been investigated this semester for violations of the Code of Student Conduct.
A few kind of bad eggs spoil the bunch, but I mean, if that's what it takes, I guess they have to do it.
I wouldn't want my school to be tainted like with a death or something that bad as hazing where someone did die.
For now, no one has to move out of the houses, but they are being barred from social activities on campus. ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher is enjoying lunch today in the Gulfgate area of Sarasota. And Judy joins us live from the Clever Cup today. Hi, Judy.
Hi there, Scott. The weather is gorgeous, and I am sitting having a cappuccino. And I picked the Clever Cup today because it's a perfect idea as we're going into the shopping season. Think Small Business Saturday. I love coming to Gulfgate. I lived in this area when I first moved down to Sarasota. Clever Cup is the neighborhood coffee shop and more. They have art, they have jewelry, and they have delicious pastry. You're going to get to see that in just a minute as we go inside and spend some time with the owners and definitely enjoy a latte, a chai, or a cappuccino. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
The biggest shopping day of the year is here, and Sunset Fiat of Sarasota invites you to experience the ultimate LBD. Long, beautiful drive, of course, because no matter which model you try on, the Fiat 500, the 500X, the 500L, or the gorgeous Fiat Spider, you're going to love the way you look and feel in your new Fiat. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Black Friday sales event going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Don't just settle for what's available at a smaller lot. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab at rock bottom pricing. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $11,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Time now to meet our pets of the week. John is with the founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marsha Pernucci, to tell us more about Brooklyn and Bo.
And I've got Brooklyn, and Brooklyn is such a sweetheart.
And
Look
I've
at
got
her.
Bro.
She's
Look
little,
at that.
little cuddle bear here.
These are like two little snowballs, aren't they?
Goodness, aren't they ever? Can you see the face? I don't think you'll ever see the face of this one because she's just
Well, you can
burrowing.
kind of see the face with me.
Oh.
These
Tell us
are Pomeranian poodles. Pompoos is what they're affectionately called, and they don't shed, so it's a hyperallergenic dog.
Oh, that's good.
Which is really great because they inherit that from the poodles. And this particular couple are siblings, and they are definitely bonded. So they have to go together, but they're 4 years old, so they've got a great long life ahead of them. They love to ride in cars. They love to sit in your lap, as you can see. Look at that. They're fairly quiet, but you know, they're going to enjoy one another. They're going to play with one another, and that's again why you always want a bonded pair for dogs like that. You don't want to separate them because number one, you can have a terrible adjustment or it's just not a good thing.
They become best of friends. I mean, they mourn when one
they do.
goes
They
away.
grieve. They grieve.
Do, absolutely.
And so if you have an open heart for two beautiful dogs, Brooklyn and Bro, then here they are.
And how old did you say they are?
They're 4 years old.
So the youngsters, really.
Yeah. They, you know, through actuarial tables, these dogs probably have a good 14, 15-year lifespan. So you're talking a lot of enjoyment.
And they got rid of that puppy energy, which is, you know,
Yeah.
for some folks, a tough time to handle. So
absolutely.
now they're just calm, relaxed, and ready to just kind of fit right into a family
And you
structure.
know, they're probably going to be making a public appearance on Monday, November 20th, John,
What's
at
going on?
Putting on the Poodle at Michael's on East. And these dogs are presented by the Florida Poodle Rescue.
Oh, great organization.
Absolutely
Love 'em.
wonderful. And there are still some tickets available to go to Michael's on East. And I know they're going to have these dogs, unless they get snatched up over the weekend.
Well, I don't see why they wouldn't, honestly. These are just lovely. If I had another space in my home, because we know we got 5
Yes,
already,
you do.
I would take these two in a heartbeat because they're so sweet.
Aren't they beautiful?
Such beautiful faces and so sweet.
And you know,
I bet they're hysterical playing together.
Well, you know, you have his and her.
There you go.
You know, so they're just wonderful. And you can see how calm they are. And I like that. They're 4 years old. They can play when they have to play, John, but but they know when to chill.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. And their house broken?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. So it'll take a little bit of work. I'll tell you what, we housebroke our dogs in 5 days. It was no problem whatsoever.
Good. We're going to hire you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not as hard as people think. And if they're a little bit broken, they're well on the way to knowing
Yes,
what's
they
going on.
certainly are.
You two are adorable sweethearts, and you're going to make somebody a really wonderful addition to the family. So give them a call, right?
Yes, they're presented today by the Florida Poodle Rescue.
Do we have their number? There
and
they
we
are.
just give the number at 727-742-6614. Fill out an application. They will interview you. They will make a home visit. And then who knows, Brooklyn and Bro may be on your couch.
It's great. We have one of their dogs. They're absolutely beautiful. They vet their animals really well, I have to say that too. Beautiful. Thank you, Marcia. They're
Thanks,
great.
John.
Okay. Adopt them. Scott?
Thank you both. Sarasota County hosting a community workshop about a new dog park in Osprey last night. The county is looking for some feedback on the plans for an enclosed off-leash park. It would be built at the 19-acre Bay Street Park, which is at Bay Street near US 41 in Osprey. All right, let's check back now with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who's joining us live today from the Clever Cup in Gulfgate. Judy?
Now I stepped inside so you could see this amazing spot, and I want you to meet the owners. I have Lindsay and Tracy. So good to see you both today. Lindsay, let's start out with you. We've been friends a very long time, and I'm so proud of you because 10 years ago at your wedding, if I ever would have said that you and Edgar would partner with Tracy and open up this delightful coffee shop and more, who would have guessed?
Well, for us, it really came out of the iteration of our friendship. Tracy and I became the best of friends. Our children went to school together, and we wanted to bring a place together with her love of art and her studies in France and my passion for food and coffee, and that's how the Clever Cup kind of was born. It became this community place. It's the Cheers of coffee, we like to think about. It's where everyone knows your name, right?
So am I Norm?
Yeah.
Now, Tracy, let's talk a little bit about the art and your inspirations of marrying a coffee shop and petite bakery.
Well, we have a great community here, and we have a lot of artists that we'd like to support. So on the wall we have some silk paintings, and we have a lot of jewelry, also local artists. We like to feature them and have opening nights to actually meet the artist as well. And
I love that. Now, Lindsay, I know you have special times here, like poetry night, and tell us about that and other options people have for this beautiful space.
Well, we love to keep the space open for rental, especially during the holidays, but we tend to have a wonderful group of people. We have poetry night. The Pineview School uses the space to have poetry slams once a month. That's open to the public. It's so beautiful to hear their words. And I have to say, Tracy was so sweet to talk about everyone else, but her coffee art is world renowned. She paints here at the Clever Cup, and she does all of her work in coffee, and it's amazing.
It really is, and you're going to see more of that, and we're going to certainly get to the delicacies on the table in just a few minutes when we come back. Thank you both. We'll be back in just a few minutes, and I can't wait to take a delicious bite.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office, Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A Manatee County jury is expected to begin deliberations on a double murder case today. Dwayne Cummings is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of armed kidnapping. Cummings is accused of killing Jordan Finlan and Carl Tuxford in 2016. If convicted of the first-degree murder charge, he would spend the rest of his life in prison. A traffic signal in downtown Sarasota will be replaced with a 1-lane roundabout. City transportation officials say the change at Orange Avenue and Rainling Boulevard will improve the intersection's traffic flow, safety, and aesthetic. It will be closed starting Monday, November 27th, and construction should be done around May of next year. Detours will be available on State Street and Lemon Avenue. Closure should not affect nearby businesses, which will remain open during the project. City officials are working on new rules for the Venice Fishing Pier, but for now, a prohibition against shark fishing will not happen. Sarasota Herald Tribune reporting a group of fishermen and pier visitors spoke at a city council meeting this week, pushing for shark fishing to remain at the pier. So the plan right now is for the pier to close after the tourist season, and then the city will replace the pier's decking and railings. And then when it reopens next summer, new rules will be in place. Those new rules could include a fee for non-resident use, with the proceeds going to a fund to help pay for maintenance and future repairs. Polling place locations have changed for some Sarasota County precincts. Those hoping to vote during the December 5th special primary election will have to pay close attention to those changes. Voters can confirm their polling locations before going out to the polls on Election Day. They can visit sarasotavotes.com to find their precinct. All affected voters can also expect new voter registration cards to arrive in the mail. The 2017 World Rowing Championships brought nearly $23 million in economic impact to the area. September's event overcame many challenges, including Hurricane Irma, which hit the area only about 2 weeks before it began. There's no exact measure for how many visitors did not attend because of the storm, but representatives say that it could have been a factor in attendance. Rowing officials praised organizers after the event, saying it exceeded their expectations. The next big rowing event at Nathan Benderson Park happens next year with the Masters Championships at the park. Should be good for them. I wish they had held the event during November.
Yeah,
it would have been a little cooler
great
for all the rowers.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work into the time frame of the whole organization, but would have worked for me and for a lot of other people too, I bet. You know, the roads are starting to get a little bit full out there. Have you noticed that?
It's taking me longer to get everywhere I go.
Yeah. I know, and that is because it's cold in other parts of the country, and it is snowing in other parts of the country, and it has been kind of Kind of not the best of weather, but certainly for us, it's not the case. Lakewood Ranch webcam put into motion from this morning shows a lot of blue sky. As the sun rose, it was an exquisite start to the day. A little bit on the cool, crisp side, and that will probably be the case again tomorrow as the air is a little bit drier with dew points in the 40s and 50s. So that feels very, very comfortable, but it also allows the nighttime skies to get rid of the heat to space and cool us off down here at the surface as well. So I think that'll probably hold true, as there's not much of a chance of cloud cover or really even rainfall over large sections of Florida as we had yesterday. So expect to see those daytime high temperatures continue to climb to up to about 80 degrees, with mostly sunny skies and fair weather in store for us today and tomorrow. Then things change a bit. Talk about it in just a second, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. The White House is sending Congress a $45 billion disaster aid request today that will fall short of demands from Florida, Texas, and especially Puerto Rico. This is President Trump's third request since hurricanes slammed the Gulf Coast and Caribbean, and it would bring the total spent on hurricane relief close to $100 billion. But today's measure will not contain much money for Puerto Rico. Governor Ricardo Rossello has requested $94 billion. Florida and Texas will also likely be disappointed. Florida has asked for $27 billion, and Texas submitted a $61 billion request. Florida is now creating an assessment of Irma's damage, including the impact to agriculture and how much money the state spent and debris removal process. State agriculture officials say state damage estimates are too low, and those estimates project losses of more than $2.5 billion. For more news around the Sunshine State, as well as updates on local and breaking news, you can download the latest updated version of our app. iPhone users need to go to the App Store and re-download this app, which will expire at the end of the month. Just search for WWSB or My Suncoast. A new exhibit is coming to Manatee County Libraries, aiming to help young adults and their parents make better financial choices. It's called the Thinking Money Travel Exhibit, and it was created to help combat the growing credit card debt problems among Americans. Manatee Libraries was one of the 50 library systems nationwide selected to host this exhibit, and it will be coming to town next month. Well, lawmakers are calling for an ethics investigation amid allegations Senator Al Franken forcibly kissed a woman during a USO tour back in 2006. His accuser opening up about the humiliation she says she felt after seeing a picture of Franken with his hands reaching out at her chest as she slept. ABC's Janae Norman is tracking the fallout.
It's a jarring photo. Al Franken, before he was elected senator, pretending to grope radio host Leanne Tweeden while she's asleep.
I was belittled and humiliated, and that's never funny.
Tweeden also claims Franken, at the time a comedian, forced her to rehearse a kissing scene for a skit he wrote.
And he just mashed his lips against my face, and he stuck his tongue in my mouth so fast.
The photo and rehearsal from 11 years ago, while the two worked together on a USO tour, now potentially threatens the Minnesota senator's career.
Should he resign? It needs to be looked into.
Franken said he doesn't remember the rehearsal as Leanne does, but apologized in a statement, writing, "The first and most important thing is, I'm sorry." And about the photo, writing, "There's no excuse. I look at it now and I feel disgusted with myself. It isn't funny. It's completely inappropriate. It's obvious how Leanne would feel violated." Tweeden calling the apology heartfelt.
I do accept it. I think he realized how people felt about it. Now it's a different time. 2006 is not 2017.
President Trump has remained quiet about the multiple accusations of sexual misconduct against Roy Moore, but last night he tweeted about Senator Franken, calling the picture really bad and saying it speaks 1,000 words. Meanwhile, Senator Franken is supporting an ethics investigation into his behavior. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Let's head back now to the Clever Cup in Gulfgate in Sarasota and see how lunch is coming along with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher. Judy.
My favorite time of every Friday, let's talk about the food.
Okay, so right here we have a apple galette, which is really delightful, and we have the cheesecake, which you can order. A large one if you need. We also have the breakfast sandwich, which is really, really popular. Some light turkey in there and some nice melted Munster cheese. We have the pesto and Havarti. Now that is really special because we get the German bread fresh in the morning, and it has rosemary throughout it. Our new open-faced sandwich is the
melted brie, I know,
yes,
and lingonberry.
That's right. And underneath you have a delicate brioche with raisins, and the ham is also really light in there.
I call that Judy's lunch. Now, let's go talk about these beautiful pastries and desserts, because a lot of them are vegan and paleo friendly.
Absolutely. So all the things that we have are organic. They are fair trade. But our in-house baker from Canopy Road Market, she's phenomenal, and she provides such a rich variety of pastry items. We have some of the best muffins in the world in the shop, as well as our beautiful petit fond, lovely little cheesecakes. We have a French brownie that Tracy pined over to find the right recipe. She just had to find the right one. But we have pieces that are paleo, vegan. Many of the things that we have here in the shop are gluten-free. It's just so delicious.
Now, we have to talk about some coffee drinks, so let's go over here.
So, well, the first thing I want to talk about is our new horchata latte. This is my husband's mother's recipe from Mexico. It is so delicioso. Oh, mwah.
She'll be proud of you,
Yes,
Lindsay.
piece de resistance. We do an amazing cold brew. It is brewed for 24 hours. It is the best in town. We douse it in beautiful vanilla cream, and then it's with coffee cubes. We have coffee ice cubes here. Never lose coffee dilute from water ice cubes.
Everybody needs to know that. It's just such an important trick.
But then we also have a wonderful variety of organic teas, both hot and cold. And then, of course, our coffees, our wonderful fair trade organic coffees. We have the specialty coffees like our honey lattes or our, mochachinos. But then we have the wonderful tapped drip coffees. Just, bueno.
Bueno for so many things in organic teas. It's delightful here at the Clever Cup. And remember, it's not just for breakfast or lunch. Come in the afternoon, and I love the fact that you can rent out the space. Come hear poetry, and it's obviously children friendly. I'll be back to wrap it up in just a few moments.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
Auto Trader recently said Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. A segment best. You deserve the best. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we're on our way to that 80-degree mark. Currently, we're at 76 degrees, and I think as we head into the afternoon, it's a pretty good bet we'll get pretty close to the 80-degree mark. A lot of sunshine out there. Dew point values at 55, a little bit lower than they were 24 hours ago. We started off the morning yesterday with dew points in the 60s, and so this is a nice little another shot of drier air. making it feel pretty comfortable out there. Northeast wind coming in at about 6. Across the area, temperatures right near the immediate coastline coming in around 77, 76. We have a 79 in Venice, 77 Boca Grande. Inland temperatures 77 Wauchula, 78 Arcadia, 77 Mayaca. North Port's at 79 and Parrish is at 75. There's some much drier air just to the north of us along the northern tier of the state, and some of that drier air has been pushed down thanks to that north-northeast wind during the last 24 hours. So we got some dew points that have kind of fallen a little bit. In Orlando, you got 58, Jacksonville 53, and Sarasota 55. That's all an indication of air that feels ever so crisp and comfortable as you walk outside. You know, you have dew points in the 50s. It feels great. And I think as we head into probably the next 3 or 4 days, you're going to notice those dew points feeling pretty good as well. We have one shot of cooler, drier air headed our way in the form of this cold front. That'll be arriving here on Sunday. It will be accompanied by a little bit of a rain shower chance as well. Those rains approaching the state will start to fall apart a little bit. We're not going to be looking at any kind of strong thunderstorm activity here. There may be some associated with that front, but it'll be well to the north through the Ohio Valley off into maybe the northeast, but certainly not a whole lot of a chance of anything strong like that around here. We'll see a mostly sunny day today and tomorrow as well, I think. Low humidity air for today and tomorrow as well. And then that chance of rainfall on Sunday as the winds start to turn a little bit more southwest in anticipation of that frontal boundary's arrival. Our dew point values will be going up a little bit on Sunday, but it's a one-day thing because on Monday we'll see those dew points fall again. Not a lot of rainfall around here. As I mentioned, there's some scattered showers back to the west. Some of this moisture is going to combine with the colder air sinking south to bring us that line of showers coming through here on Sunday. Colder air, well, there's some in the northern tier right now, and there's some in the Pacific Northwest. The really cold air, though, still locked up in Canada. That may be making a visit to some parts of the United States, mostly northern tier, as we head into next week. We're looking at some scattered showers down in the southern tip of the state possibly today, but we'll be watching that line of showers developing and then gradually drifting in this direction as we head into Sunday. And as I've been saying, probably midday Sunday, we'll start to see that line move through here in a very broken fashion. Once it moves through, and it'll move through quickly, we'll get some clearing that'll occur just as quickly. Northeast wind today at 5 to 10 gives you a moderate chop, 2-foot seas. Nice day for boating. And then the forecast for Thanksgiving, still a little bit up in the air, I have to tell you. There's a low pressure area that's going to develop out in the Atlantic, and whether that low pressure area is closer to us or further away and where the position of the front is will in large part determine just what our rain chances will be. So we'll be adjusting these, but for now, we'll go with about a 40% chance of a scattered shower on Turkey Day. Scott?
All right, John, thank you so much. As online shopping increases in anticipation of the holiday season, the theft of packages from front porches unfortunately increases as well. These thieves, known as porch pirates, are those who take packages from the doorstep of a home after delivery. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is recommending some tips to stop these package poachers. You can build or purchase a rugged lockbox for your porch, bolt it down to the permanent surface like concrete or asphalt. Require a signature on all deliveries and ensure your packages when possible. And have your package delivered to you at work so you can accept it immediately. You don't have to worry about it being stolen at your porch. And then post signs in your yard informing the poacher that your home is under video surveillance or has security alarms. NASA scientists now have the most complete global picture of life on Earth to date. From the unique vantage point of space, NASA observes not only Earth's land masses and oceans, but also the organisms that live among them. Here's meteorologist John Scalzi with more.
We're joined now by NASA Doctor of Oceanography, Dr. Ivana Sintonich. Thanks for joining us this morning, Doctor.
Good morning. It's great to be here with you.
As I understand it, what you're going to be showing us is a 20-year time lapse of life itself on Earth. It's amazing, actually, put together with a data set that spans 20 years of Earth history. How did you find a data set that spanned that length of time, and how did you stitch it together, and what are you going to show us?
Well, at NASA, it wasn't really hard. NASA has a whole fleet of Earth-observing satellites that have been observing land, ocean, ice, and atmosphere for a long time. And this data set is stitched together from 3 different sources, 3 different satellites that have been observing life on Earth for 20 years. So what you can see in this visualization is just like Earth, one system beaming with life. You can see plants and land and algae in the ocean taking in this carbon dioxide and breathing out oxygen that we breathe and feeding us with this carbon that they convert in sugars. Where you can see seasons pulsating. You can see this whole mosaic of the ecosystems on land and in the ocean, just mesmerizing, like, you know, there. It's just life on Earth.
It's absolutely beautiful. I assume that we're watching the Earth kind of breathe in its naturally evolving seasonal cycles. But can you see anything specific to Florida or the Gulf of Mexico region?
Yes. So if you would take this visualization, start zooming into the Gulf of Mexico region, what we can see is, once again, these pulses. You know, like you can see these pulses of the spring, the pulses of the fall. If you specifically look, let's say, in the area of Mississippi Delta, you can see this plume. It's just tickling out, and this red color is showing you the presence of the phytoplankton, this microscopic plant-like algae, but also the presence of the sediment and organic matter that are brought into the ocean with this riverine plume, supporting the life in that portion of the ocean. So it's really amazing.
That's fascinating. Doctor, thank you so very much for joining us today. Really do appreciate that.
Welcome. Great to be with you.
Have a great weekend. One of the other cool things about this is that with the thousands and thousands and even trillions of planets that are out there, they might be able to use this data set and the visualization it produces to perhaps sniff out life on other planets. Pretty cool, huh?
It really is. Fascinating stuff. Thank you, John. Still to come in your Suncoast News, this weekend is the Englewood Beach Water Fest. You can get an early start on the festivities there when we come back.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The biggest shopping day of the year is here, and Sunset Fiat of Sarasota invites you to experience the ultimate LBD. Long, beautiful drive, of course, because no matter which model you try on, the Fiat 500, the 500X, the 500L, or the gorgeous Fiat Spider, you're going to love the way you look and feel in your new Fiat. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Black Friday sales event going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
It's time to take a road trip. Alabama's got 100 road trips, and some will take you back in time to the Civil Rights Movement or even the Civil War. You boys play nice now. From Helen Keller to Hamlet. Check out these big guns. We're talking the USS Alabama. Alabama's got 100 road trips. Plan yours at alabama.travel. Which one you gonna take?
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now. Welcome back, and look who I found. One of their best customers is Abby, and we are finishing up at the Clever Cup here in Gulfgate. What a lovely space to come and work, hang out, bring your kids, have a snack, and just enjoy. So what do you say, Abby? Should we say goodbye? Thanks for joining us today at the Clever Cup. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you soon.
So cute. All right, Judy, thank you so much. This weekend is the Englewood Beach Waterfest. The Offshore Powerboat Association's World Championships are set for Saturday and Sunday. More than 60 boats will be racing off Englewood Beach, some reaching speeds of 160 miles an hour. At first, the event will be kicking off with a Race Fest block party today. At that party, fans can get a chance to meet the racers and see the powerboats right up close before the racing begins this weekend. It's a neat event, and it goes through the weekend, right off Englewood Beach.
160 miles an hour. It's not hard to imagine.
I know.
Riding in a boat going that fast.
Yeah.
Wow. Hope it has good shocks.
Yep.
Nice weather for you today. Looks like most of the weekend will be fine as well. We'll watch for a chance of rain Sunday.
Okay. Enjoy your weekend, John.
You too.
Hope you all do the same. See you again at 5.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.